Hey, fellow comic book fans. Today we're talking about Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps number 48. Now, before we get started, this video does contain spoilers, so if you haven't already read the comic book, please be sure to do so. Alright guys, Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps number 48. I thought it was a great comic. What did you guys think?
Hated it.
Liar, liar, liar.
Yeah, I did. No, I actually, it was great. I think I guess as you guys pointed out to me, this is a new arc actually, but for the whole story here, it's been very good. And there was a lot of really good moments in this one that I think we all enjoyed, like the Guardians, things like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, I was worried that this was going to end in one issue or something, that they would just, suddenly come in and everything would be all done nice and clean. But the fact that it looks like they're extending the battle over several issues, I find reassuring.
Yeah, I'm pleased with that for sure.
And it's using their powers and their personalities in a way that's unique to each of the individual characters, and I appreciate that as well. We start out with Hammond, being kind of a joker, kind of trickster character, which I really like seeing when he's playing around with those scenes where they're all standing together. I like the idea that the Guardians don't all of a sudden just fix everything, that although they're there to help with the battle against the Darkstars, they haven't just automatically overpowered them. And the idea of the powers and how they're used is pretty interesting too.
Yeah, I think that it really just reinforces, that the Darkstars really are an authentic threat to the Green Lantern Corps. The fact that we have Zod, we have Orion, and still, never mind we have the Green Lantern Corps fighting. Even with these two other very high-powered beings, the Darkstars are still having, they're fending the Green Lantern off with relative ease. They don't seem to be affected by these, heavy hitters that were added to the team, so to speak. And the only one that's really missing here is Hal Jordan, because he's off, fulfilling his part of the mission or his, separate mission. But, this was a fantastic comic book. I mean, no time was wasted at all getting started. I looked at the cover and I saw that it said Battle Royale, and I was like, one or two things is going to happen. It's either going to be great or I'm going to be completely let down.
Yeah.
And
I think they lived up to the expectation they were setting.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, there was, Ben, like you said, there were some really great moments in here. There was humor. There were some great constructs. I mean, Guy Gardner is flying around in a monster truck. Kyle Rayner is
that was my favorite.
He creates a giant mecha, whatever, like a very Gundam-looking, robot with a sword that he's using to fight. Acrylo's got this giant sandworm dragon thing. I don't know what it was, but it was really interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And, watching the constructs, this is a Green Lantern comic. We're used to seeing, some interesting constructs or some, creative things, put together in order to solve a problem. But seeing those side by side with Zod, who's, essentially just fist fighting and laser vision, heat vision blasting everyone, it made for a very interesting battle. And there was a good amount. This was mostly action. I mean, there's probably only 3 or 4 pages where someone wasn't getting hit in the face. So. Yep. I can get behind that, and the artwork was absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
it certainly was. This is definitely one of those comics that are like, this is why I read comics. Like, this was such a great one that it's like, it's everything I expect a comic to be kind of deal. And they did great.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Totally met my expectations, if not honestly exceeded them. This is a moment we've been waiting for, and Dave, like you said, I'm glad that it's not wrapped up here. That. From the looks of it now, we're on issue number 48. I'm assuming that it's going to get wrapped up in issue number 50, which will be a oversized anniversary issue, which I'm really looking forward to. And from the end of this issue 48's ending, it's definitely not going to get wrapped up in 49. Things are going to change a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't think that this battle is anywhere near over, and I still have a feeling it's going to get way worse before it gets better.
Oh, sure, especially
something. Yeah.
Especially since some of the choices that the Lanterns are making. In particular, they have decided not to kill, which kind of reflects back to the entire struggle between the Darkstars and the Lanterns. Is that what is justice, what is right, and that they're meeting an overwhelming power with a certain amount of restraint is a really interesting choice, and we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, exactly. Especially since they have like Zod signed up on their team, and they're not going to kill anyone. I mean, even Orion, new gods don't care about killing. It's what they do. But anyway, I think that's everything we were looking to say about Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps number 48. So if you read the comic, let us know what you think in the comments. Be sure to subscribe, and that's it. Until next time.
Adios.
All right.